Hi guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching me from. It is me, Lady Laura Awesome Channel. Welcome back to my program. Welcome back to my channel. I appreciate each and every one of you. At this moment, I will want to, thank you. I would like you to comment. I still want you to subscribe. I would like you to share my program, share my platform to your friends. I want to see your comments on the comment section. I love the way you guys have been doing it in the last few years. I still want to encourage you to do more. This gives me the impression that you're with me. This gives me the impression that you enjoy my programs. And then going forward, I would just want to go straight to the point why I am making this program this evening. The reason is that a lot of things happens to some of our students. What I mean here is that after graduation, a lot of them don't know their left to right. They don't really know what to do when they are done with school. So on this note, I want to bring some kind of tips that will help them as they are, finishing from their schools, as they are graduating from university or high school or college, whichever one, or higher, higher schools. So these little tips will go a long way to really help them, to position them very well, at the task ahead. So I'm going to give a few tips to how they can arrange themselves, be together and come back again in future after graduation. Or even before they graduate, they've already planned to put their things in a way that it will, help them. So one of the things I want to put out there for our young graduates or our young students that are about to graduate, that they should start ahead of time to plan for their future. Immediately when they are done from school, once they graduate, they won't be stranded, and they will not start thinking or planning what to do. So as they are in the school, they have to start planning. And for those of us that are back home in Africa, once you graduate, there's something we call National Youth Service, where you go and serve your country. So if you find yourself in that position that you really have to serve your country, you just have to do it, and it's just 1 year. It's a 1 year program. So once you're done, even before you're finished, you've already planned yourself how you're going to do with your life, your career path, your future, or what you want to do afterwards. So I'll be giving little tips on how to go about it. First of all, once you graduate or after your youth service, what will come to your mind is how to go back home. Regrouping at home. You have to regroup at home. You go back home to meet with your parents, meet with your siblings, relax your brain a little bit, and at least you're not going to pay house rent anymore. You will be a place where house rent is being paid for you. So at that moment, you want to really be with your family, all right? You just live with your siblings and then think out how to go about life after some time. So this is just number one of it. Then the second one is you further your education. Maybe there's a particular course that you choose or you read while at the university, and you really need to specialize in those of your courses, that you did while at the university. So this is another opportunity for you to go back to school. You can actually forward your education. Take a little bit step forward to specialize, or maybe to change course, because some people did certain things, but when they now finish from university, realize that what they did was not actually what they want to be, or things have really changed. What they do next is to change, career change. They just change immediately. And how do you do it? You go back to school and choose a certain course, and from there you now migrate to that one that suits you, or the one that you're going to enjoy much later. I mean, the one that suits your career path. So this is what I'm trying to say out there. So you take your time, you go back, think out what you want, the kind of course you want to do, or you want to specialize in the one that you studied back at the university. These are all the things you have to put on ground and know how to go about it. And before you now take the next step forward. Okay, and then after that, another one is you may try to give yourself time out, maybe like a year, And what will you be doing in this 1 year? Maybe traveling, involve yourself in so many travel, explore, as you want to go and explore, to know about other countries or other states, to really acquire more knowledge. You know, you have opportunity also to relax, recharge your system from, you know, all that you have passed through while at the university, to calm down your nerves, your brain, and really rethink what you want to do next. So this is another opportunity for you to do that. You give yourself like a period of 1 year, for instance, and that will solve a lot of problems. It will solve a lot of things for you. And then by that time, you start thinking out something different again, you know, to take up for. So these are some of the points that I'm trying to give out today, and I know it's going to help someone. Another point is that you may want to try to be a research assistant, because most of these companies or universities, they try to employ fresh graduates to use them in some of the departments to do a research for them. You may not be paid much, but you're going to gain a lot of experience in doing such things. Okay, so you just have to go into that. That will also develop you. That will also give you a deeper knowledge about maybe the course you choose, or the course or what you studied at the university. The next one is that you might also want to be a volunteer. Find a volunteer opportunities here and there. Bigger companies that are very challenging, very reputable companies. The money might be less. I bet you're gonna gain a lot of experience while volunteering yourself in such companies. All right, and then after that, the experience that you even gain might even, you know, lead you getting a full-time job if you really perform very well, if you're really good at what you're doing. You know, because volunteers, they don't really pay them, but they might get little stipends, just like just little money to support themselves, but not that is a full-time job, but kind of something that will help, you know, to sustain you for a period of time. So you can get an internship in any of companies around, competitive companies, reputable companies, organizations, non-governmental, not minding whether they will pay you or not. Of course, internships, they pay, but it's not so much compared to real-time, full-time jobs. It's also a way to put yourself together, and then on the process, you might get a full-time job in those kind of companies or industries where you find yourself. But most importantly, you're going to gain a lot of experience. So do not forget that. Another one is that, you know, while at the university, there are certain things that you love doing for yourself. Those things that are your passion, you love them, but you do not really have time to go into them. So after graduation, this is another opportunity to really look at those your passion, develop them, see how you can make ends from there. Because once you finish from school, money is not flowing in immediately. There are little things that you can put your hand into to help yourself to grow, or help yourself to even to feed yourself or sustain yourself until you get your dream job. All right, so those are your passions. You just have to develop them. All those your skills that you know before, or that you know how to do them. These are the time you have to develop them or embrace them. Make it your job. You could come out to be entrepreneurs. You could come out to be a CEO of those your passions. So these are things that we should not overlook sometimes while at the university. All these things put together makes us who we are today. Then you can also find seasonal work, seasonal jobs. I mean, there are some jobs, there are works that are very seasonal, like farming. You can engage yourself in farming. Just mention them. So these are a little part of it that I can say that you can engage yourself into. Farming is a wonderful one. You can from there also be a merchandise. You never can say. Then also public service, you can get yourself involved in public service available, because most of the companies or industries, they like to employ fresh graduates. So they want to go and fetch all those fresh graduates that they felt that these people are just fresh and they can do a lot of things for them. So when you find yourself in those areas, and then especially the one that is of your career path, just embrace it so immediately. And then there you can grow yourself. You can maximize your positions by, you know, putting in your best. and at the end of the day, you could get full employment, of course. So no opportunity is lost. So once you see such things, embrace them, take it as your thing. Don't just look at it as maybe after like 3 months you will go away, but just embrace it. Put your full energy into it. At the end of the day, it might be what will make you in life. All right. So another one is teaching abroad. If you find opportunity to teach or to go abroad to teach, especially like where we come from, when you come to Africa, it's an English speaking, majority of African countries are English speaking. So like you're coming abroad, take for instance that you know how to speak English. Anywhere you go to, or any country that you go to, English, is one of the languages that is being spoken. So this time around, since you know you're good in English, you can engage yourself, in being an English teacher in primary school, kindergarten. So this is another way also to put yourself busy. And once you get there, you know what that means. You're going to teach in the kindergarten or in a primary school. Already you're developing yourself. You're trying to get acquainted with the culture of that environment. You're going to meet people of different culture. So all is not thrown away. You just have to embrace all together, because you can't say you're just going to teach English and just English alone. That ends it. There are other things you're going to learn while even being an English teacher. You see, so these are little things that I want to also speak about. I mean, some points or tips that I want to give to some of our graduates that are out of school, that don't even know what they want to do for themselves in future. A lot of them also, while even in the school, they don't even know the course they are studying. Some of them don't even know the purpose of what the course they are studying. They are just studying for studying's sake, or they just use it to get an admission, and at the end of the day, they don't even know their left and right. So by so doing, all of this point, by so doing, before you know it, you'll be able to now identify your passion or your career course or what you want to be in life. It is easy for you also to switch immediately and take up to that area or that your career path that will lead you to who you want to be, a successful life at the end of the day. So this is just little that I have to put across today. I want to thank you all for being with me. I want to thank you for, following me or listening to my presentation until this moment. And then I also want to encourage each and every one of you to help me to share this program, subscribe, comment, and then always be with me. Come back again to my channel, because I promise that I'll be giving exciting topics, that will help us in the future. And now this is especially for our graduates, and I'm sure majority of them don't even think about these stuff that I put down today. Please guys, I want you to comment, help me to put down something on the comments. If there are other things also that you remember that I didn't put down, help me to put it down, and just give your opinion about what I've just said. I want to thank you for coming on board. I want to thank you for commenting and helping me to subscribe and sharing this my video, and I hope to see you again in my next episode. Thank you, and may God bless each and every one of us, and see you. Bye-bye.